Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to this quick stitch. And today's stitch is going to be really quick about Dr. or alleged Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She's been in the blogs here, the podcasts, all of the social media with regards to her claims of being a doctor. And I don't know how it came about that people started to really question whether or not she was an actual doctor. But at this point, they're questioning her actual title of doctor. Apparently, they have not been able to trace any type of dissertation or doctorate degree, things that would be public knowledge or she would be able to access. She's refusing to do that. So that kind of bodes the question of whether or not she's a real doctor. Now, again, I'm going to look at it from an astrological standpoint to see if I can make some sense of it. I have collected some public information, which is her birthday and place of birth. And I kind of took a look at her birth chart and also her transit chart of what's going on with her and why all of a sudden this is happening. First and foremost, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not take anything I say as factual. This is all my astrological opinion. So I did get her birth date, September 6, 1982. It is public knowledge. I don't have a birth time on her, so with regards to the rising sign, it's always 50-50. But if we're using the placeholder of 12 noon, that's going to make her a Virgo sun, an Aries moon, and a Scorpio rising. And if this is correct, with her being a Scorpio rising, this is going to verify why she's so secretive. If you know Scorpio energy, they are very private, very secretive. This is the sign of investigative work, and they are very particular about what information that they share. So, if she is an actual Scorpio rising, this is why she is very particular about the image that she curates. These are the people that are going to only know what they want you to know. So this is why she is very reluctant to disclose any information or to feel like she needs to prove anything. She does not want to do that. Another thing with Scorpio energy, it is an energy of they like to control things. So control is a big issue, a big dynamic for them. And she is trying to control the narrative around this story. Now, I don't know whether she's a doctor or not. It doesn't really matter to me. But it would seem that if she wanted to hold on to any type of credibility, that she would just produce her doctorate degree. She would just produce her transcripts and be done with it. But for whatever reason, she's refusing to do that. Number one, that Scorpio energy does not like to be put in a position where they have to prove anything or disclose anything. And again, I'm only going to tell you what I want you to know is the energy around a Scorpio rising. Now, when I looked at her transit chart, which is very important to me, I wanted to see what was triggered in her transit chart around this time that would bring about this questioning of her credentials. Currently, she's 43 years old. And around this time, we have what we call a Pluto square. And this is where our natal Pluto squares off with our transiting Pluto. And when you have a square in astrology, this is where a lot of pressure is put on you to make some type of move or to address some type of issue. Now, her natal Pluto sits in the 11th house, and the 11th house is primarily the house of our friendships, groups, organizations, long-term goals. But it is also the house that governs our reach in the world. This is where we're seen by the masses, not just our small group of friends or our family. This is where we're seen by the collective of the world. This is also technology based. So this is the area that governs social media. So we kind of like get the idea of this is where we're going to be visible to the public. Okay. Now that is where her natal Pluto is. Now it's squaring off with the transiting Pluto that's currently in the sign of Aquarius, and it is going through her third house. Now, the third house is about communication. It's also about education. It's also about how we communicate and how we think, how we process things, and it is our voice and what comes from us and how we communicate things and how we share things, and it's also again governs education. So it's squaring off. So, what we'll find with this type of energy, with the 11th house being so public and the third house is about education, it kind of completes the narrative of why her credentials are being questioned and exposed because Pluto is the planet of truth. It's the planet of where we are delving into the secret aspects of our life, the secrets. Pluto governs secrets, it governs the truth, it governs exposing the things that we try to keep hidden. So it's not lost on me that she's having this square between a public house and a house that's questioning her educational background and it's squaring off. Pluto is requiring that the truth be exposed in this particular area. So this could definitely tie into why this energy is just coming up now. And now we're asking the questions because the third house also is about questioning everything. It's about information and the exchange of information. So now we're questioning like your credentials, your educational background. What does that look like? And she's holding steadfast to her narrative of that she has a doctorate degree, but she will not expose or bring to light that information that could all simply put everything to rest and answer the questions and we can move forward. So with that being said, I don't know how she's going to navigate this. I wish her the best of luck on whatever she's trying to accomplish with what she has going on. But I don't think the social media is going to let this go. I think that they really want to know, what's going on with you, Doctor, or maybe not Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So that's my take on what's going on from an astrological opinion. Again, I will reiterate this is for educational purposes only. Nothing that I have said can be taken as factual. We just all my astrological opinion. And we shall see how this plays out. Talk to you later.